All right, everybody, welcome back once again. Hambbage here, and excited to have you with me for another Hardcore Vanilla Minecraft stream. Let's get going. Don't worry, be happy now. We all know the jam. Sing along in your own heads. All right, so let's get back into it. We had just slept, took a little bit of a break, and came back to it. As I recall, we had a kind of reckless idea to go get some sand. And if we can pull off that feat, then we'll get to work on our staircase. So, we know there's some desert right over there. In fact, let's just cut past these sheep. It's probably the path of least resistance instead of winding all around. Should have a full day, so we should have plenty of time to go get a stack or so and then get back after it. And it doesn't have to be anything too fancy or crazy, but that's kind of why I climb up the hill, see what you're dealing with, so you don't find yourself opening up a lake to spill down over you or anything like that. Yeah, so again, I am having a blast in this world so far. I know we're missing some very vital stuff, like any kind of clothing, any arming, any elaborate tools. But as I've said, I'm kind of reaping what I talk about. Just gotta enjoy the experience. There's no need to race to Dragon or anything like that. There's so much content to be explored that hopefully our world will last long enough to enjoy it. And okay, we got a stack already. Pay attention. Yeah, that's gonna have to go eventually. No floating sand islands in this world. Man, look at that, just glittering out there in the distance. We got our donkeys close at hand. We seem to be in fish heaven, which is just awesome. So our immediate food needs should be met. But yeah, with this done, we can get down to the important task. Let's get this. Let's cook the little batch, not just waste all our coal on cooking a stack of sand. Sticks we might as well hang on to. We'll probably need those before we're done. So here we go. We're down in our basement room. Last episode we set this up. This will be boat parking, kind of an in-base garage under our deck in our front room. And this will be our main living area. I'm thinking, like bedroom, something. Maybe we'll build upward for enchanting, kind of the sort of tower footprint. But as we go, we can kind of make it less nature, more more constructed looking, prettied up a little bit. So that's the thought. We're going to have this footprint, so this basement will then, it's not really a basement, it's ground level exactly, but this is going to be our access down into the lower depths. And as you can see, this time we're going the full 3 wide, and I think we need that to increase our odds of finding any goodies. Hopefully not running into too much trouble before we get some needed supplies. should start with these. Still one off here. There and there. And again, nasty right now with the dirt, but that will all get covered over with stairs. Maybe we'll go back to wood, depending on what we encounter in terms of lava. And even if we come out down at, ooh, that's good, son. Needed that. Even if we come out down at a kind of lava-dominated area, we can still, do a stone transition into some wooden stairs, just to mix it up a little bit. Where we did the cobble the last time. Look where that got us, right? Oh, there we go. Alright, I knew it was just a matter of time. Oh, not quite there yet. Now, I may have oopsed us here, but I think we'll be okay. Just have to start one back. And again, big staircase, a little more time, but a lot more exposure. And we need to see the goodies because we haven't seen them too much yet. But perhaps that's all about to change. We've certainly patiently waited for the opportunity. And I think here, do that. Long term, we'll get all this cleaned up, but for now, we just need a anchor point for some torches and a light by which to pull up this iron. And again, what are our top priorities this time? No, it's not armor. It's not weapons or tools. We want a bucket and some shears, and that should be enough to fill those needs. See if we get another pocket, then we'll run them back up and cook and try to speed this along a little bit with an upgrade. Yeah, actually, that works out just about right. We have just enough reach as we go lower and lower to keep extending out. Oops. Stone tools. They don't have a lot of durability. You gotta keep an eye on that. I was so busy watching for more iron pockets. Honestly, what I was doing. But no, we should watch for the durability. Again, I like the even there. I think that's a good tweak on what I've done in the past. A few more torches overall, but there we go. And some copper. And And just want to be careful here that we're not reaching down into some trouble. Let's go ahead and just make sure we can get out if we need to. Listening, I don't hear any sounds yet of trouble, but doesn't mean they can't be there. So that's going to be visible, but these aren't. Here, those, these, and there. Good, 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 good. All right, let's go as promised. Ooh, get this cooking. A little bit of a run here, but all right, now we already sleep. Let's sleep. Sleep while we can if it's convenient. Zero reason not to. So I think a little interlude while that iron's cooking. Do those. Oh, oops. Fix that before we forget. Yeah, I think that's going to open things up quite a bit. And we've got enough, so let's do these two as well so we can kind of see out around the corner. And over here. So yeah, when we come back in here, now we can, it's that little bit of an angle where you're seeing up. If that was capped off across, you don't see much of the sky at all. Here you see just a little bit more. And when we get to the point where we're comfortable raising the ceiling, we'll be able to see even further out. So I think that's just as good as I'd hoped it would be. How we doing here? Getting there. Hang on to these granites. Since we're kind of using that as our filler, we might as well pick one and go with it. Put those away. Keep those. Hang on to those for a moment. These two can get combined and bing, bang, boom. Got more picks. Dirt out of the way. And perfect. So, as promised, 1 and 2, that. And these. And then we still have, let's go ahead and, I know I said let's make tools to make this more efficient, but we've danced a tightrope for too long now. Get a little bit of armor going. Now, I'm not going to do the boat parking just yet. I think the stairs are more important, but I want to have that bucket of water ready to go. Pick up these little bits. And there we are. So yeah, we're halfway through our armor, I think. Just over halfway. 5.5 out of 10. And I think we're set. Let's go back to the stairs. Ooh. And if we can just keep these a little bit close, if we do come across everything, we don't have to pillar up as far. Oh, too eager. Can't all have iron, but they could have iron or coal. Let's get the, line them up. Everything's right there. Do these 9 and switch picks. Oh, so excited. So when this becomes unbearable, if we haven't already gotten to the bottom by that point, then we'll turn around and go tour our plains and shear as many sheep as we can find. I don't know yet at all colors, but beginning to get a supply of wool will be the first step to that. And that's the beautiful thing about carpet, like any home. It's not, there's some expense, especially for like attached carpet. But if you're thinking in terms of like area rugs and stuff, it's you want to pick something you like. But if you buy a house or something and you don't like what's in there, you can always change it up. So it becomes pretty obvious when we need more torches, doesn't it? There you go, double down. We're doubling down on the staircase. Always split aces and always double down. It's kind of one of my things that is I kind of grew up. Been to Vegas a few times, and I'm not a huge gambler at all. I grew up right at the age back in my childhood home where Indian casinos came online, and for a very brief time they were 18 and over. When I guess they'd kind of always been there, but when I was growing up, they I don't know if there was a legislation change or what. I mean, really, you can't at a state level. You really, on a reservation, those are sovereign states, and they can do what they want. So I don't know how much it changed, but it went from when I was a very little child to, just like bingo, some of those kind of things, to full-on casino gambling. And just as I was a teen, I don't know what the deal was, but when it opened up, it was 18 and over. And then they quickly went, you know what? We'd make a lot more money if there was drinking going along with this gambling. Vegas has got it kind of figured out. They knew what was happening. So they changed it and made, instead of, I don't know, I don't remember any of the details because, of course, at that age, I didn't have any visibility to drinking or anything like that. But they changed the age for the casinos to be 21 for the drinking, and here in the United States, that's the drinking age. But gambling and all that kind of stuff is 18. So for whatever reason, they said no. We don't want a bunch of teens coming out and trying to, from a casino standpoint, making probably the dealers and the servers or whatever responsible for whether you can drink, because basically, for those of you guys who haven't been, the benefits of alcohol to a casino, your relaxed inhibitions and your decisions to wager and all that become so much more profitable that they don't serve you quickly. It's kind of one of those deals, but when you're playing at a table, they'll bring you drinks, and they're not awesome drinks or anything like that, but they'll bring you beer or whatever. I guess cocktails and all that, not really my deal, but if you place your order, then eventually a server will come around, and of course they're serving like a whole pit of blackjack tables or whatever, so they can I get that might help. I'm going to be very careful here. And how have we've gotten some iron, right? How much iron have we gotten? And is it 14? That's, depending on what we see around here, that may be enough to make us go back up. Well, it's good. Be a little happier if that water wasn't pushing in here. Exactly. Oh, that was bad. Mistakes have been made. Okay, at least that looks like a contained space, maybe? Cautiously. Gotta go up here. Okay, well, at least for the moment, and we don't want to waste a good block. How often do you hear granite referred to as a good block in a YouTube Minecraft stream? All right. Well, the good news is we didn't waste momentum going back up. We'll have to go back up to repair these tools anyway. Keep everything getting nice and well lighted. Just one? Anything else hiding? Nope. Okay. Good. Now we can get rid of these. Place them with these. And we're back in business. There. Hey, look at that. Very nice. We are getting those essentials. With 15, I believe that's 9 for the helmet and boots, 1 for a shield, and 2 for a sword. And we got 3 left over for a pick, so we're already moving in the right direction. See what lucky stone pick here has for us. Yeah. Ooh. That's the crazy sound. Don't know what that one entails, but I'm just checking the time and that there's no oopses. Don't see any oopses. That's good. Always good to double check. Oh, yeah. Bring on the iron. Try to get these early here just to facilitate our cooking when we go back. Since our pick is getting a little trashed here. Ooh. How far can we go? Just going to do a provisional torch there. Such goodness. We paid our dues. Again, it's not uncanny. I don't think that's the wrong word to use. But it definitely bears out some recognition that when you have a rough starting position, you get rewarded. If you're willing to travel a little bit and look around, you can find some good stuff. when you don't get things like iron right away. When it does come, it's going to be worth it. I sometimes have to remind myself of that when, it's like, man, this is awful. I'm not above wondering like, man, this is an awful start. Should I just reseed it, and see what else I can get? But I would just encourage, see what you can do with what you're given. Personally, I think those can be some of the most rewarding games. So this is what I am kind of thinking for this staircase all the way. We'll start it up here, but then run that the length. And like I said, maybe pop those out and just put a ladder up and down as well, so we can do stairs or ladder, whatever we want. It may not work out real well in practice because you'd be, for going down, and maybe it's just a hole. Maybe this is good enough. That thunks a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. What are we doing here? 9. Hey, that's our hat and boots. I like that. Yep. You can do the pants too, all in one. I remember I used to just hold out till I had all the iron, and then I could do all of it at once. We need a stick, and we need some planks. Let's do birch. One there. Needed that. And now let's do those. Tiny little insurance piles, but it's something. Let's do that. We'll just go ahead and we're just basically waiting on the iron to cook, which is why I'm doing a little bit of this housekeeping stuff, but it doesn't hurt. Put our shield in, put our sword away. How are we doing over here? 2. Level 15. I was thinking that would have got us up to level 10, but I guess all that coal helped us out quite a bit. So that should give us enough. Let's go back down and let the rest of that cook up. Look how quick that's oxidizing. We had to wait forever on our towers. So you never know here how long these are going to play out. We could be back to stone, but with the rest of that cooking up, we'll at least hope that in the course of using up 2 iron picks, we can find some more ore. Doesn't always work that way. Sometimes it's easy come, easy go. So if we do want to do wood stairs, the other piece that we'll need to fit in at some point is going out after wood again. Restock all that. Oh, it is nice to have that extra speed though, isn't it? Trying not to forget my own advice here and keep looking forward as we go down. Alright, that's getting pretty dark. Here and there. Right there. Alright, nice little spot for a regroup. Let's see where we're at. This is always 30, not terrible, about halfway. A little less when you consider that we, well, no, a little more. We're going down to 11 from 63, so not too bad. Mixing up the pattern a little bit, just for the sake of variety. And I think, nope, that's our next one. Alright, well, they do go, but the speed is nice. And knowing that we have more iron cooking upstairs helps. Well, all that excitement, we seem to have gotten back to reverted to the norm. There we go. Oh, again. That may even be gold. That may be lapis. Tough to tell. So little light down here. Look at that. Getting to the good stuff. And just on cue. Let's do a quick merge here before it's too late. We're certainly not going to lose any. Yeah, we hear ya. See if we can get those. It's amazing how early on, just think in terms of apples. That's one apple worth. If we can survive long enough to get it back upstairs and cooked. And just Not pressing up against anything. Don't want to go for a tumble. This is probably not. I mean, you can do what you want here, but you want to watch out for holes opening up between you and the stairs going back up the slope. And where do we end up now? 18. And it would seem that right on cue we start getting some faint bubbling, maybe? Doesn't help that I'm talking over it, I'm sure, but rather talk than not. So this is probably going to mean we need to make it straight back upstairs sooner rather than later. But if we can see what we're opening up onto, it kind of sounds like we'll be opening up onto something, doesn't it? Before we have to go up, then we can be planning for it while we're upstairs cooking more iron. Still looks on course there. Let's go. No need to break the pick or cause trouble. Definitely gonna want to think about going and getting stair materials. I didn't really dig the whole pattern thing that we did in the slow cooker world. I felt a little disconnected to me or something. I don't know. Something like that. Solid color, though, isn't exactly the best. Alright. Excuse me. I know a lot of those aren't necessarily audible, which is good. I try to not belch in your ears, but they do interrupt the flow of conversation, and I know that's noticeable. So sticks, that's what we needed. One, two, three, four. Ha 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 ha. In our best count. Voice. I'd like to get one axe. I guess we have enough. I'd kind of like to get these coals cooking too. So let's just stock up. Go on. Perfect. No spares, but we don't need spares. Who are we worried about what happens when we run out? Question is, do we have too much stuff here to carry around? Let's store one of each of those. Try to use up some of these. How much of the day did we waste? Let's do the project we've been waiting to do. I know you guys are all dying for it. Tongue in cheek. Hopefully we're not dying for it. fence. Let's get these out of here. I think like to there. And then I think all of this needs to be cobble. I'm not going to do the upper edges. I will do these. So I think some mossy would look good at some point. And I think we'll have one out, and then this can all be kind of natural, right? And then we... All right, there we have it. Get a new... Ooh, get some ink. Or some ink sac. No, I think... at least... out to here. And then lights on the edge. Alright, let's get a compare photo. And I guess I really should have brought some saplings. Oh, I did bring my shears, so that's good. We can... You're our first living, you're our first wool donator to survive the experience, sheep. You should feel honored. And he only gave us one after all that? Come on, man. Be stingy, I'll let you live. I think we can take both of these, keep the ones along the shore. And was this a big tree? No, let's get rid of it. So there's two kind of tactics. This is not a overpoweringly big tree either, so let's get rid of it. Two tactics when it comes to trees in Minecraft. Those of you guys that remember back to, oh man, what was it? El Cato? Is that his name? The Magellan dude? What was that, World 4? In that one, we set up a tree farm. And usually if I get to the point of planting trees, it's with the intended purpose of giving the best chance of getting beehives to spawn in as well, as they certainly are possible. And will pop up if we if we generate some flowers, get those to replant strategically around the trees. So I think this could be a good area where we do that. Obviously, we've got lots of lumber here. Sun's getting a little lower, and we'll kind of keep spot harvesting around here for the time being. But by the time, when we get to the point of actually replanting some of these, I think having flowers to at least get the chance of beehives would be a good addition. As we, again, we've got lots of wood. The other approach to trees is, I don't know if it's all trees or just oaks, but if you basically just jam all the saplings together, they'll actually, that's the same hole. How many times am I going to steer around that hole and be like, looks good. Looks like it could have something. So yeah, you basically, like, however many, 4 by 4 or something, and just mass up this abomination of a tree, and it's pretty effective. You can get a whole lot of wood, and long established worlds where you're going, you can actually do some pretty cool stuff with mass growing those trees. That works out pretty well. It's a good tactic, but for the time being, and at least right around here, I don't think we need to go that route. Still kicking around though. What do we want to? Do we want to do kind of racing stripe stairs where we do maybe wood on 2 sides and stone up the middle? Kind of a reverse of what was it World 2? I think we did one of those. I don't remember. Maybe though. I think it might be about time to do something like that where it's quick and fairly easy. But at least not just all one or all the other. Oh, it's going to be so good just coming into park. Oh, the other thing I want to do while we've got a little bit of daytime left. Sorry guys, give me just a second. You can probably hear the jingle in the background there. I'll meet you. Hey, sorry about that, guys. As you probably heard in the background, that was a little jingle and a couple of failed back and forth attempts to contact, so sorry about that. I kind of knew that was coming when I'd been silenced before. I missed a reach out. I tried to call back, and then it was like, oh, okay, I can't just leave this as a unresponded back and forth. But yeah, no big problem. Pretty quick. If I was cooler in the editing stuff, we'd just edit that out. But I'm not. So you guys get to look at a silent screen for a minute. Which, hey, at least it's not a slide. Let me check. Make sure I got the audio going again. I see my voice moving the little bar, so that's good. And we are at 54 minutes. So kind of wrapping up here, but let's see what more we've got. I wanted to close this door. I'd seen that. Very good stuff going on. Gold. We had not gotten any more copper. So Oak is definitely in play, and cobble. Or maybe some... How much coal do we have now? Do we have enough to risk it? Let's go for it. All right, we've already kind of said we're in building mode. So let's cook up some stone. Didn't get enough done there to merge axes. I think what if we normally do, this will probably give us more than enough for 2. Let's do the sides in wood and the center in stone brick. Oh, we're not even all the way done, are we? Here I am planning the stairs. We still got like 5 levels to go, maybe. How far do we have to go? We were at 18, I think. Oh, we didn't get too far there, but our pick was in peril. 16. This will be 15. There's some more iron. I'm not going to get too fancy trying to anticipate the ceiling yet. We'll do that when we get down here. We'll just keep pushing out as we have been. And remember, just... Okay. Oh, get that. Well, this makes things interesting, doesn't it? Think let's just for now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that middle one or not, but let's do that. Scary. So scary. Oh, I thought that was a minecart down there. Be ready to run like the Dickens. Can we do that? Will that remind us that there's stuff underneath there? This is dumb. But I mean, we are now as armor. Oh boy. The one that we absolutely have to be on super watch for. You know it. We're hearing them. Can do that. trying to get a little bit of room to work with here. This is going to be the opposite of what we did last time. Just so y'all know in advance, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Okay. Very careful here. We want to watch for any holes. Remember when, we were just thinking how fun it would be to make some stairs and, oh no. Oh boy. We need everything. This. Don't leave that unlit. Okay. That's secure. This is also pretty secure. We just need to make sure it's super lighted, right? Let's get that. And then clear out a couple of these. Well, adventure time awaits, guys. Remember how I said it was like 5 minutes and we were almost done with this episode? Sorry about that. We need to get this coal, so let's just go up. Wow. Cliffhanger. I can't ever say my staircase has just ended in an abandoned mine shaft before. I had one world long time ago where I started on a horrible, like, it wasn't like 4 trees. It was, a significant island where it had enough oaks to kind of get you going, and I could cycle through them a little bit. But there wasn't much there, and as I was just doing the kind of like base staircase down in the early nights, I had no sheep or anything to make a bed. I found an abandoned mine shaft and got going, kind of well established, and then I left it and eventually came back long after. It was a pretty good world, but I've never had one where my base actually sat on top of an abandoned mine shaft. So that's going to be new, but that will have to wait for our next episode because we've kind of like lemmings. I hope it's the creepers, not us. We don't want to run off a cliff edge. Hour and 3 right now, so we did pretty well on our timing. We didn't go too far over despite finding diamonds in our abandoned mine shaft, which we're going to expand into a basement. But along the way, we got to figure out how to deal with some skittering spiders, and that's going to be a huge challenge to take on. So let's hope we can solve that riddle. For now, though, I want to thank you guys so much for coming by. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, why don't you consider dropping a comment or hitting that like button to let me know, and to keep yourself apprised of any future upcoming adventures and excitement, hit that subscribe button. You'll know when the videos are coming out and what the scheduling is. So all those kind of things help us out, keep us going. So let me know if you are enjoying or if you have any feedback. Again, name comments if they're coming on the previous world. Be aware we can pull those up if they're still valid. If you have a channel or something and have commented, I'll reach out and just see if it's still something you want to use in the new world or if you want to refresh. But at the moment, we don't have any pets or any name tags. We've just got a whole lot of adventure on hand, so we'll do that. Go ahead and take a break, though. If you do and have been watching a lot of videos in a row, it's always good to look away, go outside, see what the world is like. I'm going to do that, and we'll probably be back for more before we're done here. So we'll keep loading them up, and you guys keep on enjoying them. I hope you do. Until then, though, take care. Take care of somebody else if they could use a hand, and stay the awesome, wonderful people you are. We'll see you next time. Bye now.